verb tenses that we use. So in this video today, I will be going through each and every verb tense. I will be explaining how we use them, when we use them, and I will also be giving you an example sentence with each verb tense. So we're going to start with the most basic tenses that we have. These are called the simple tenses. Now, we have the simple present, the simple past, and the simple future. These are all used on a very regular basis for basic conversation and for writing in English. Now, let's start with the simple present tense. We use this tense to talk about actions happening right now. They're in the present. For example, I could say, I walk to the store, or I swim in the pool. So these actions are happening right now in the present. To do this properly, to make a sentence using this tense, we do not change anything about the verb for the pronouns I, you, they, and we. The verb stays the same, the base verb. However, if you are using the pronouns he, she, or it, we need to put an S at the end of the verb. For example, she walks to the store, or he goes swimming in the pool. Now, let's get to the simple past tense. We use this to talk about actions that have already happened. They're finished. They're done. For example, I walked to the store yesterday. Now, to say these and to write these sentences properly, all we have to do is add the letters ed to the end of the verb. This is the same for all of our pronouns. I walked to the store. He, she, it walked to the store. You walked to the store. They, we walked to the store. Then we have the simple future tense. We use this tense to talk about actions or events that will happen in the future. So they have not happened yet, they are not happening now, but they will eventually, sometime in the future. For example, I will walk to the store tomorrow, or I will shop next week. To do this, again, this stays the same for all of our pronouns. I will walk to the store tomorrow. You will walk to the store tomorrow. He, she, it will walk to the store tomorrow. And they, we will walk to the store tomorrow. Next, we have our perfect tenses. So first we have the present perfect tense. We use the present perfect tense when we talk about an action that started in the past and continued into the present time. It is a completed action, so it is not continuous. For example, we could say, I, you, we, they have played football, or she, he, it has played football. Next, we have our past perfect tense. We use this tense to describe actions that started in the past and they were completed sometime in the past as well. We do this by adding had plus the past participle. For example, she had finished the test, or she had gone swimming. Had plus the past participle is the same form for all of our pronouns. Lastly, we have our future perfect tense. We use this tense to talk about some kind of actions that will be completed before some point in the future. Next, we have our progressive tenses. All of the progressive tenses are used to talk about actions that have not yet been completed. They will continue. We can also call these tenses our continuous tenses. Progressive or continuous, these two words mean the same thing. So first, we have our present progressive tense. We use this to talk about actions that are happening right now and that will continue into sometime in the future. So we do this by adding am, are, or is after the pronoun, depending on what pronoun we use, plus the ing form of the verb. For example, if we are talking about I, we always use am. I am swimming. If you want to use you, they, or we use are. You are swimming. They are swimming. We are swimming. Then, if you want to use the pronouns he, she, or it, we use is. He is swimming. Then we have our past progressive tense. We use this to describe actions that happened in the past and that continued on to some time in the past as well. For example, we can say, it was raining last night, or they were dancing until late in the evening. So to make these sentences, we need to use the words was or were, and then the ing form of the verb. So was versus were depends on the pronoun you use again. So when we say I was. You were. He, she, it was. They, we were. Then we have our future progressive tense. This is used when we are talking about an action that will happen in the future and may continue into the future as well. We make this sentence by adding the words will be after the pronoun plus the ing verb ending. So, as you can see, we have many different tenses to choose from, and we actually still have more as well. But these are just the most basic tenses that we use when we are speaking about our everyday life, what happens to us, events that happen right now, that happened in the past, and that will happen in the future. So I hope that this video was helpful for all of you trying to learn about grammar rules in English. I know they can be confusing sometimes, but I hope that this video will be helpful for you to study from. Thank you. Bye-bye.